Hi, my name is Izer and I'm an addict.
Hi, Izer.
So, I guess it started off when I was a kid, right? I mean, it's fascinating, isn't it? This part of the adult world that you're just not supposed to mess with. But my parents never minded much, you know? As long as I put the stuff away after it was done and didn't overdo it much, they were like, yeah, this is gonna help you later in life. But now that there's no restrictions, it's like everywhere I go, there it is.
True that.
And just gotta, you know, pull it apart and figure out how to use it better.
Wait, hold. What?
What'd you just say, man? You know, underappreciated tech. People are just so wasteful sometimes, and usually it's because they don't even know it can be used more. And
Get out.
all right, man. Jeez, shit. Hi there, you're with Izer and this is Random Promo Guy. If you're new here, namaskar, adab, sat sri akal, and welcome. If you're a return visitor, oh my god, thank you, and what up? So I guess the secret's out then. I'm a tech addict. But not really like a high-tech addict. More like I like juicing every single bit of potential out of each piece of tech I own until it's practically dust. And then sometimes I use that dust for fertilizer. That brings us to this beast, my Lenovo G505S, and this is a 2011 laptop, by no means a beast in its heyday. It still manages to hit way beyond its punching weight right now. A judicious application of an SSD and some RAM basically rescued this bad boy from the refurb bin I was gonna go into. But then I ran into, well, more of an opportunity than a problem really. Hey guys, Edit Izer here to tell you that that thing in my hand is the old hard disk from the laptop that I took out when I put in the SSD, and I totally forgot to tell you guys that in the video. Okay, bye. Well, I tried using this as an extra storage option in this. It fits into the DVD drive. You can do this to your old laptop, by the way, if you're really bored. I wouldn't recommend it because it failed. Again and again, miserably.
In a most soul-sucking manner of data corruption.
I decided enough was enough and this Lone Ranger needed a new home. You've definitely seen hard drive caddies before, sometimes without even realizing it. The thing is, most of them seem to be aping like OEM casings, so you may end up with something that kind of looks like this but isn't as good, and it just doesn't work out. I've found low to no assembly cases before, like this one, which I'm supposed to, see, slides off, but there's a lot of possibility of breakage in this parts, and I just don't want to pinch my little tootsies inside, so this is kind of always scary to me. I've found other ones which look better and work a little better, but they were always on the other side of the outrageous hell no purchase line. Just nah. But then there was this. You see, the thing with the moving part thing is that it just, like, it won't fit. Some of the times it will, but then just what is this? What is this thing? You gotta be so freaking gentle and careful, and I get it, it's tech, you're supposed to be gentle and careful, but the level of frustration involved is just too much. And the chance of breakings too. But then you look at this, and just that one class. That's it. That's all there is to opening this. And you know, if you're reasonably assured of your skill in putting things into slots, well, you could do this, and you're done. Whoa! But even if you're a totally tech beginner, this is not that hard to figure out. I mean, you open this other latch and that releases this, the adapter, the interface, which in like this one is fitted here. And while some would argue that this is a more secure variant, well, it just isn't that versatile. And also it's limited by this awful connector. I mean, come on, if you've ever had this connector, you know how much these fail. You can't use them long time and expect them to keep working. Either the connector fails or the wire fails, and it's all a mess. But with Quantum Zero's offering, well, you can get this part separately. and there's only one connector that can go wrong, and that thing is plugged straight into your hard drive, so you can't even touch it. And that's perfect, right? No muss, no fuss. So if you were to, let's say, take this out and wish to use it as just a dongle, well, you can. Wouldn't be as safe though. But then the better way to do it is obviously release both latches, put this in, make sure it aligns, then align this too, and done. Close this, you got an external hard disk. Quantum Zero really upped their game with this one. Quantum Zero is a relatively old player in the Indian market, but let's compare these two. This is not going to be an apples to apples comparison, more like a wine vintage comparison, because this is 2017 and this is 2020, and tech does change over time, iterations. But the difference in amount of assembly required is dramatic. I mean, even if you open this up, it's not that easy to get it out. It's like, you gotta find some perches, and I'm just scared I'm gonna break it without meaning to, because it just doesn't pull off that easy. And maybe it's because it's been lying in this for a while, but I think you're supposed to like pull it away, and that just rubs me the wrong way about the connector. It would just break off. And then there's this. I mean, yeah, sure, you could keep doing this, but I have a feeling over time either this part would break off. And yeah, let's stop this right here and clear the air. This is definitely a flaw of this specific casing. Finally on. But none of the other casings are really better. Most of them just screw stuff in. And well, then you look at this. And your connector is separate, and you can plug it into another hard disk, or keep this plugged in and pull your hard drive out and plug another one in. That easy. And the risk of breakage decreases dramatically. I mean, this one is covered in some sort of soft, almost gooey plastic that really doesn't give me hope for the longevity of the material. But it's great for accidental drops. It's great, although never do that with your hard disk. Never. SSDs are fine though, probably. But never with a hard drive. Spinning platters, just don't drop them. But still, if this were to drop, I would be more secure that, it can handle it, because it's, like I said, it's great for accidental drops, it's great for catching dust, but most of all, it's great for not pinching your tootsies in it, because, I mean, even with trying, that doesn't happen. And with this one, I love these too much. Nah. This is the player for me. By the way, if you've been here all this while wondering whether you can do this with your older, bigger hard drives, dude, of course. Quantum Zero's offering in this is pretty decent. There are lower price variants, elsewhere, but I feel like the build quality that you get with Quantum Zero, you could definitely use it as like a desktop hard drive checking station or something. I mean, that can't just be me, right? Who likes to collect these old things or has just a couple lying around and wants to see what's inside and can't boot it on their current system because the current system is Windows 10 and it can't do it in internal drives, but it can probably detect an external. Maybe that's another video. What do you think? Should we get one of those casings on top of this bad boy and check it out? See if it's actually worth rescuing a 5400 RPM 160 gigabyte drive from 2004. Maybe. So before I wrap up today, there is something very, very important that I have to talk to you about. That is both relevant and significant in both our lives. The subscribe button, man! Come on. If you click the subscribe button, and also because YouTube is a little bitch these days, click the little bell icon, you get my videos as soon as I put them out. I mean, YouTube just blasts you with it. So cool, right? Let's do that right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode of Random Promo Guy. We found something random, we just promoted it, and I'm a guy. Oh yeah. Join us right here next time as I promo a trading card game that turns your saliva into a slime bomb. Bye. Yo, I'm Izer being social and I'm here to say this video is over, so I'm gonna see you later. Don't wait up. This bad rhyme will go on. Outro music.